Good morning. This is Philip with RTX Honeybees. I just wanted to show you all this solar wax melter I made. Try to do something very simple. What I have here is just a regular deep box with a piece of plywood screwed to the bottom of it. Inside that deep box is kind of it's a baking pan with about a 1/2 inch water in the bottom of it. I built this. Oh, it reminds me of a wok or a funnel of some sort, but I just used plywood and I cut these at 45-degree angles to help direct the melting wax down into it. I stapled a piece of 1/4 inch hardware cloth to the bottom of it, like that. And then these little legs hold this above, these legs hold this above the pan. So let me show you how this works. This fits down in here like this. There's about 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch clearance around the outside edges here. I put these are my little duct tape handles right here to be able to pull it in and out. That sits just like that. An inch or so above the pan. I'm putting paper towel right here, just like that. And then what I'm going to be melting is just old brood comb that I've stored up throughout the year. This is a little 5-gallon bucket full. This stuff has mildew and mold. There's a few light pieces, but it's mostly this dark stuff. So it's nothing spectacular, but hopefully you'll see that it comes out pretty clean when we're all said and done. All right, that's about 2/3 of what was in that bucket. So let me show you my top here. Let me back this up so we can have a better discussion of this. Okay, so my top is basically a wooden frame with a little lip on it, and it's sized to fit down over the deep box like that. It's got a piece of plexiglass. I think it's 3/32 I got from Home Depot. And it's attached with these screws, these gasketed screws. I used an old bike inner tube to try to create a gasketed seal here, but that's not working very good. When this thing heats up, this plexiglass tries to warp, and there's pretty significant gaps that form along here, and you can see where it shrunk down, and there's a little gap there too. So I think it lets a good bit of heat out that way. Maybe I'll come back and take it off and put some, continuous silicone around there and help seal it off more, but it gets plenty hot to melt this wax. So we'll just put that on there, wait for the sun to go on, to come up over the trees. And I've been giving this about 3 days. I'll come in, and after it's melted down some, I'll open it up and stir it around. But very little effort, and so far it's working pretty good. This is some of the wax that I've recovered from other old comb that was in very similar condition to that. So it's coming out pretty clean, but you'll see as this video progresses how this thing works. See you in a little bit. Okay, let's see how it's done. It's 101 degrees. And see what I was saying about the warpage and the heat. see if we can look in there. Oh boy, the sun is so bright. You guys see that? Looks like it's dropping a little bit. I'll come back a little bit later. I don't want to lose the advantage of this heat buildup. But I'll come back a little later this evening or in the morning, and we'll take a peek and see how much wax has dripped down into the water pan. Alright, let's see how we did. Okay. Alright, this is what's in there so far. Got a little trash. That's pretty good for the first day, I think. Pick out these little black pieces. Alright, we're going to stir this up with something. We'll find something to stir it with and put it all back together. Alright, that's not going to stir very good while it's cold. I'm going to have to let this get warm. It's doing okay. I'm going to put it back in the box. It'll be more stable. Alright, we'll let that go again tomorrow and see how it goes. Okay, this is the end of day 2, so let's see how we did. Don't look too different. Let's see here. Okay, well, it doesn't look like that much more has dripped down. So I'm going to go ahead and stir it up some more, and we'll give it one more day. See how we do. Okay, I've stirred it up good. We'll give it one more day and see how that does, and then we'll see where to go from there. I don't think I've videoed removing the slum gum from the wax melter, but to test how much wax was remaining in that, I went ahead and used the old way of just melting it in water. And then what I'll do is I'll compare the weight of what dripped into the pan and the weight of the wax that I got from doing the previous method. It's Thursday, July 4th, early in the morning. Happy 4th of July to everyone. This is the wax that's formed on the top of the, I'd call it the scraps, after running them through the soda wax melter. This is the amount that we got through the soda wax melter. It was 9.4 ounces. I'm going to pull this out of here and we'll have a look at how thick it is. This is the wax that we got out. I would say it is a 1/4 inch, a little more, maybe 5/16 thick. It's got a little weight to it. A little bit of trash on it, and obviously a little darker. But here, let's weigh it and see what it is. Just to recap, I'm going to weigh this one too. See, 9.4 ounces. This plastic might be 0.4 ounces, who knows. So let's say 9 ounces on that. This is wet, so it's going to weigh a little more. 6.5 ounces. So that's telling me that my soda wax melter isn't as great as I was hoping. So I need to do some work on it. Hopefully melting the wax in a metal pan before it goes into the soda wax melter will make a difference. But we'll be finding out that pretty much today, since that's the way it's set up. Talk to you guys in a little while. As an experiment, I'm going to put the wax in this aluminum pan You see, it's I don't have a paper towel here. I'm gonna set it right in this and see if the metallic pan creates enough extra heat on the wax that I get a better melt out of it. I'm sure it'll be a little dirtier since I'm not running it through a paper towel, but just trying to try different things and see what works out. Okay, let's see how we did with using the metal pan method. I would say I don't think it's doing any better than it is. That metal pan is hot, but let's see what's underneath it. You can look straight down through there, but I'd say that's very similar to just what's going through a paper towel at the bottom of this. We'll give that a couple days and see if that gets any better. But it doesn't seem like the metal is making that big a difference. After about 3 days with the cone in the wax melter in the metal pan, I decided to repeat the same experiment. So here I'm melting it down to compare the amount of wax that dripped through in the solar wax melter to what was left in the cone. Maybe the metal pan option worked a little better than I thought. This is how much wax we got out of that, 6.2 ounces. Oh, let's subtract 0.2, let's say 6 ounces for that little container. This is the wax. This is the wax that came off of it, so we'll just stack this up here on top. Yeah, 1.3 ounces. So, as a percentage, I think it did better than the paper towel. I think the paper towel itself is what is absorbing the wax. So I'm gonna just keep going with it, and I'll probably end up, doing both processes. I like how clean the wax comes out through the paper towel, which is that one, that one, that one. This has a good bit of trash in it, which I'm gonna filter it all again anyway before I make candles out of it, or lip balm or anything like that. So, and then I'll melt all this stuff here down and run it through a paper towel too, probably through the solar wax melter one more time. But the good thing about the solar wax melter is it doesn't use any electricity. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe you picked up something for it, and I'm just going to keep experimenting. Probably the next thing I'll do when I get time is to try to get that top sealed up a little better. Let's fill it with RTX honeybees. Thanks for watching.